Oh, good morning. It's hiking day again. Hiking day 2.
Legs are feeling it.
Body's a bit sore this morning. We've had a late start, as is typical. We love our late starts.
We could just lie and say it's 7
I mean,
a.m.
it's like, yeah, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, sun's up early. Just kidding. Not really. So we're going to kick it off with Kalamina Gorge today. It's about a 3K hike, grade 4. I don't think it's too bad, this one.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I become. I've been running east, looking for sunset.
So there's 3 gorges sort of in the middle of the park. You've got this one, which is Kalamina, then there's Knox, and then there's Joffy or Joff, something like that. In the middle of the park, where we were yesterday, is sort of in the western end of the park, which is Wayno Gorge and Hancock Gorge, which is where Kermit's pool and the handrail pool are. And then back over where we're camping at Dales, which is what we'll do tomorrow, is the other gorges up the eastern end. So sort of spread into 3. So today we're going to do the middle section, and tomorrow will be around the campground. So anyway, we'll go and give this one a crack and see how we go. Round of applause.
You did it!
High five for Dad and Harrison. Well done. Good job.
Well, that was a tough walk.
Was it worth it?
Yep.
Who did it by themselves?
James, which is this guy,
This guy?
And me.
High five. Knuckles?
me.
The poor old gummy bears got a bit wet yesterday when we went through the water. We forgot to put them in the dry bag after we opened them, so they're a little bit stuck together.
But the kids, I'm sure, will use that to their advantage. Look at
Yeah.
that.
They'll still taste good. You got some there for Dad as well?
Those ones for Dad?
Green.
And you've got yours? You gave some for Harrison?
It's amazing what kids will do for a couple of lollies. We've found it's a very effective way to incentivise pushing themselves a little bit, and we reap the benefit because they'll be more tired now. We'll wear them out. So we encouraged James to walk all the way in, and I'll carry him back out.
Daddy, I saw big donker.
Big stonker, did ya?
Yeah, donker. Oh, there.
Because it's all stuck together.
Alright, I reckon it's...
Just going to chill here in the shade for a bit, and then I think Harrison's keen for a swim.
I'm keen for a
Liz is
swim.
keen for a swim.
I like the orange ones.
So it took us about an hour to get in here. They say 3 hours in and out, but I reckon that's pretty generous. If we can do it,
that'll be for a swim as well.
yeah, if we can do it an hour in with kids, it's probably
the
a
same, it's just a bit squishy.
it's probably a 45-minute each way
give the
if you
boys
didn't have
one
kids.
Moon is watching shallow dreams. Night is rocking her to sleep.
Simon is such a super dad. Look at him go. He's just got James on his back, lifts Harrison up. Harrison weighs almost 30 kilos and just lifts him up, launches him around some wet, slippery rocks. Tell you what, he goes all right, this husband of mine, I think.
Goddess warrior.
Back to the car for as fast as we can for some egg and lettuce sandwiches for lunch today.
Hidden secrets are hard to keep. She's still waiting, holding on through the night. She's still waiting.
How was that?
Good. I'm going to walk as well.
25 minutes on the way back because Harrison ran and Simon carried James. All right, lunchtime. Let's do this.
So if you guessed we wouldn't do any more walks, you did well. We did have a bloody good arvo though. We got back and threw the aircon on because we were at 100% battery. Still heaps of solar packing in. So we thought, bugger it, we'll have a nice chill out afternoon and throw the aircon on. So we had a couple of hours of aircon. I had a lie down. Liz had a quick lie down. Kids watched a bit of a movie. We both had showers. We were having to pinch ourselves, thinking, how good's this? Living completely off grid, which doesn't mean you can't have life's little luxuries, eh? We're going to just go over to down to one of the lookouts that's near the campground here and check out the sunset. And then in the morning we'll go for the walk near here. Not sure if we'll tick off those other couple. There's Knox and Joffrey or whatever it is that we didn't do. We may or may not do them. We'll see how tomorrow goes. But we're feeling pretty knackered, pretty sore at the moment.
The light is just glowing on these mountains behind us, making them this purpley blue colour. And then the sun's coming down into the gorge and this side is all vibrant. The spinifex all the way down. And then there's these white gum trees up against it. I don't know if you can hear this on the camera or not, but the frogs are having a bit of fun down there. They're having a good time.
There could be some little animals down there.
So this is the circular pool lookout, and then there's another one just down the road, just like a couple hundred metres, like 300 metres, called Three Ways Lookout. So we're going to go check that one out now as well. Apparently it's really pretty in sunset. Good one, hey?
I sure have learned how to throw a boomerang. I practice with bananas. I want to stay here by you. gorges.
That was good. I definitely reckon it's worth coming here at sunset. I
Dad,
reckon during the day it wouldn't be as
Daddy.
impressive.
Lady from the visitor centre gave us the hot tip of when to come. So if you are in the area, make sure you go into the visitor centre. And
That can be our own
Does it
little
eat?
she didn't have she didn't have a name.
I didn't catch her name. No.
She didn't have a name. Of course she had a name. I didn't catch her name.
And the same one. The same one.
Another morning, another hike.
Another morning, another hike, another day in Karijini. Here we come.
Is that where we are going?
That's where we're going. How does that sound?
That looks amazing.
And that track looks pretty easy. Pretty easy for little J-Man.
So this walk is one of the ones that's right near Dale's campground in the eastern end of the park. So not far from where we camped and not far from where we went for sunset last night to those lookouts. There is swimming down here as well. So it's the closest swimming to Dale's campground if you want to swim while you're camping. I think it's about a 1.5k walk in and out, so not too bad. The kids are on fire this morning. Whingy, complaining, not listening. Just red hot this morning. So we're all a bit... I don't know, Liz and I are a bit frustrated. The kids are just... So I think this walk is exactly what we all need. I think it'll be good for us to go and stretch our legs, get some energy out, and then we'll figure out how to tackle the rest of the day after that, I think. Last gorge for the trip. So it's probably a few hundred steps down, and the boys are insisting that they count every step. This could take some time.
138, 139.
So we made it down a few hundred steps to the falls, to Fortescue Falls. We're just going to keep wandering on upstream a bit further to Fern Pool while we've got little legs pumping. Need to get some energy out. We might as well use it.
Brilliant.
How's this?
It's so good. Put your toes in. They'll eat your toes.
Wow. Welcome to Fern Pool.
Fern Pool, amazing, especially with kids. It's by far the easiest and best swimming for kids.
Yeah, it's wicked.
Yeah, probably the warmest water in Karijini as well,
Definitely.
if you're not into freezing cold water.
Yeah.
I mean,
Easiest walk, warmest water, plenty of room as well if it is busy. There's a lot of space to swim around. So
yeah.
I reckon in the peak season this place would be packed. But yeah, and then you've also got the Fortescue Falls on the way here. You can have a swim there as well. So
Yeah, it didn't look as good to take kids in, but
no, this is
one
I think this is better swimming. But
yeah.
yeah, we're going to
Sad to leave.
start the trek back to the van. So yeah, let's do it.
Well, 278 steps to go.
apparently,
Harrison counted them on the way down.
according to Harrison's count. He might have missed a few, I reckon.
I think he only started counting from the halfway point though.
All right, we're going to trek out of here.
All right.
Let's do it.
Definitely put this place on your list, especially if you've got kids. It's definitely worth getting here.
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that episode. That was, as we said, just unbelievable for us. We had an absolute ball. Perfect in our opinion as far as, good hikes, good gorges, good swimming holes, awesome scenery, just mind-blowing stuff. I mean, look at this around us. Look at this sunset we've got here, mountain in the background. You can't go wrong.
It's 360-degree views.
We could have made this into hours and hours and hours of footage, honestly. You just cannot, even Liz, as we were driving around, was filming saying, how do I even just turn the camera off? Or when do I turn it back on again? It's just all so good. So, look, you will not be disappointed with Karijini, but here's a few of our tips of when you're coming to visit. So, what would you say, some key items to bring with you to make sure you got on the trip?
All right, you want shoes that you're prepared to get wet. You want a backpack for all the hikes because you are going to need 2 hands on some of them.
Yep.
We took a baby carrier for the kids for James. He's 3. He did most of the walks, but there are a few sections where it's easier to put him in the carrier. So if you've got little kids, a carrier. Yeah.
Look, you want a dry bag as well to chuck in that backpack or to carry separately because there are a couple of the walks where you are going to get wet and you're going to get wet potentially chest deep, or you might even have to swim through some sections. So a dry bag's invaluable, and if you can, a waterproof camera or some sort of camera that you can still take photos and video, whatever you want to do, however you're capturing your trip. These flies are insane.
They've only come out. We turned the camera
There's
on.
been hardly any flies, and it's just as soon as the sun's setting now and it's cooling off a bit, the flies have just found us. So
maybe we need to have
apologies
a shower.
for this all through the videos. We're swishing and swashing them. Now, there really is only 2 places to stay when you're in Karijini. There's Dale's Campground, which is where we stayed, or there's the Eco Retreat. The Eco Retreat's probably better located, but it's twice the price and it's a more caravan park style accommodation, whereas obviously if you're into more bush camping like us, Dale's is the place to be, but be prepared to do a little bit more driving to explore everything and to see everything.
How many days at Dale's do you reckon you would need?
You could do a bit of both. I'd say probably 2 days at Dale's is probably plenty if you're going to stay at the Eco Retreat as well. 2 at each, or probably 3 at the Eco Retreat and 2 at Dale's.
Yeah.
It'd be roughly the way I'd split it, probably 60-40, something like that. The best and the easiest swimming access is from Dale's, but the better gorges and the better hikes and everything are near the Eco Retreat.
The more iconic ones are near the Eco Retreat.
Yeah, exactly. And some of the lesser known ones are up that end as well, which we got to some of. We didn't get to all of. We missed out on a couple, but that's just the way it was. Our legs were jelly. And anyway.
There's a couple of good free camps on the outside of Karijini as well if you want to base yourselves here. This is one of them. This is Buddha's Rest, and it's just outside Hamersley Gorge, which is on the far western side of Karijini National Park.
In the sort of northwestern corner of the Karijini Park.
Yes, and so advice is that you would do that on the way in or the way out because it's not really near anything else.
Yeah, agreed.
And then we also stayed a night at Tiger's Eye.
Tiger's Eye, just outside of Tom Price, just on the western side of Tom Price. Really good spot.
Yeah.
A variety of camping spots there, whether you like to be up on the hill, down in the riverbed, whatever it is, and heaps of room, heaps of space, and you can get in there with just about any rig. If you want to do a loop, we kind of did it a bit of an odd way round.
We did not do it the most logical way.
Basically because of when we could get a booking at Dale's Campground. Just the way it worked. We had some time to kill, so we did Hamersley first, then we went down and then we sort of came back. But yeah, look, honestly, your probably best bet is just to come down from either Karratha or Port Hedland if you're coming from the north, or if you're coming from the south, you just come in from sort of over Exmouth Way and then make your way out through the north, either through Millstream or through to Port Hedland, depending which way you want to go. Fuel is at Oski Rose House if you're coming from Port Hedland Way, or at Tom Price is the only places to get fuel. And keep in mind, Tom Price is about an hour's drive from Karijini, so it's not the sort of place you're gonna want to duck to regularly. I wouldn't. Some people say they base themselves at Tom Price. We probably wouldn't do that. It'd be a big commute. A lot of driving. I think you wouldn't do as many of the walks and stuff if you had to drive that far.
We will be back another time as well. Like, it's so good that you would just come back and do it again. I'm going to miss it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's definitely up in the top 3.
Look, that pretty much wraps up our Karijini trip. We hope you enjoyed that. As always, leave us a like, a comment, and if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Get onto this. Subscribe to the channel. Go and enjoy some other of our videos. If you haven't watched them, if you're new here, you're missing out. Honestly, it's great content. And we will see you
next Sunday.
See you next Sunday. Okay?
Cheers, guys.
Catch ya.
And on
No, you can't have two.
Why?
Well, Daddy will want one.
What will I get?
Let's read a sign, boys, that said avoid making loud noises. Please follow the rules.
Good luck with that.
Hey, Harrison. What did you do this morning with the scissors?
Cut my hair.
What were Mum and Dad doing?
Snoozing.
Oh, I better blow out. Uh-oh. It's a bit early to have a thong blowout.